Get ready for this. We're going deep on Synapti.
Synapti.
Yeah, like, I think kind of like the AI mentor you always wanted.
Yeah.
Forget, like, your basic to-do list. This is about aligning your work with those big goals, right?
Yeah.
We design docs, features, the whole thing. So for you entrepreneurs, investors, and AI folks out there, pay attention.
What's so interesting about Synapti is like the whole vision, it's not about checking things off a list.
Yeah.
It's about understanding why you do things.
Oh.
And it's like it wants to guide you to a more fulfilling life,
Right.
both, personally and professionally.
Yeah.
So we're talking about freelancers actually thriving, not just getting by.
Right.
Entrepreneurs staying excited, not totally burning out.
Okay.
It's like a total rethinking of like what success even means, in our crazy busy world.
So it's not just for the typical tech person. Who would use this?
Oh, they actually see a lot of different users,
Uh-huh.
like freelancers, for example. They're always juggling different projects. Right.
Distractions, burnout.
Mm-hmm.
Synapti wants to be that support system so they can protect their creativity and actually like enjoy freelancing,
I see that. What about entrepreneurs, though?
Right?
They're like known for being super driven, sometimes too much.
Yeah.
How does this fit in there?
I think that's where the focus on well-being comes in.
Right.
They have a big vision, but get bogged down in the everyday stuff of running the business, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So Synapti is like that steady hand,
Yeah.
keeping them on track with the long-term goals,
Right.
managing their energy.
Okay.
And maybe the biggest thing, avoiding burnout before they, reach their potential.
Right. Okay, so freelancers, entrepreneurs,
Uh-huh.
anybody else?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Corporate folks are a big one, too.
Mm-hmm.
They're often like ambitious and driven,
Yeah.
but struggling with that work-life balance.
Yeah.
So Synapti wants to be that system that supports their career.
Right. But without sacrificing their personal life.
Yeah.
Like think smart scheduling, personal growth plans, even like reminders for healthier habits.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And what about like remote workers?
Oh,
They
yeah.
have their own issues, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They often deal with isolation, blurred lines between work and life, lack of structure.
Mm-hmm.
So Synapti wants to help them create a rhythm,
Okay.
a sense of connection,
Yeah.
and like that separation between work and personal time.
Yeah.
It's like bringing the best of both worlds to remote work.
So they're trying to cover a lot,
Right.
but what makes it different?
Yeah.
We already have so many apps and tools. Right?
Well, this is where it gets interesting.
Okay.
It's not just another calendar app.
Right.
It's a whole system, like with features we haven't really seen before.
Like what? Give me some highlights.
Well, one is what they call advanced goal management.
Advanced goal management.
Yeah, and this isn't just about like setting goals.
Right.
It's about creating a roadmap for your entire life,
Okay.
not just work.
Mm-hmm.
Setting smart goals across all areas. Your career, finances, relationships, health, personal growth, the whole picture.
So it's like having a life coach in your phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But it goes even deeper,
Roger.
Synapti also is big on habit formation.
Okay.
It's not just about tracking habits.
Right.
It's about motivating you to build good ones.
Yeah.
They're using gamification, personalized feedback, even like principles of positive psychology
Mm-hmm.
to make building good habits actually like feel good, even fun.
Okay. That's pretty neat. But what about when you hit a wall?
Right?
And you need more than a little nudge.
Yeah.
Like you really need help.
That's where the virtual mentorship feature comes in.
Virtual mentorship.
Imagine having an AI that can brainstorm with you,
Okay.
give you advice based on your goals, and even just be there to support you when you're having a tough day.
Yeah.
It's like having a coach, mentor, and a supportive friend all in one.
Wow. And of course it does the regular stuff, right?
Oh, for sure.
Scheduling and task management.
Yeah, they didn't forget the basics,
Oh.
but even those are like supercharged with AI.
Okay.
Think smart scheduling that like adapts to your energy, task automation that learns your routines,
Right.
deadline management so you don't have to scramble at the last minute.
This is starting to sound really cool.
Yeah.
But is there like a unifying idea behind it all? Or is it just a bunch of separate features?
Well, that's where the truly innovative stuff comes in,
Yeah.
what they call the ambient user experience.
Ambient user experience.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Think about most tech interfaces.
Okay.
They're always interrupting us, right?
Yeah.
With notifications, demands, just adding to our mental overload.
Mm-hmm.
Synapti wants to flip that.
Okay.
It's designed to like
Right.
blend into your life,
Okay.
support you, but in a way that feels natural and unobtrusive.
So instead of fighting my tech, it actually works with me.
Exactly.
So,
It's about tech that adapts to you,
right.
not the other way around.
All right. I'm sold. So how do they actually pull that off? What are some of the features for this ambient user experience?
Well, one is the context-aware interface.
Context-aware interface.
Yeah, imagine this. The look and feel of the app actually changes based on time of day, your energy levels, even your location.
So if I'm working late, it won't be like super bright and loud.
Exactly.
Okay.
It might go darker,
Right.
calmer sounds,
Mhm.
maybe even suggest like a relaxing activity.
Yeah.
And then in the morning,
Okay.
it could brighten up, give you a motivational quote,
Right.
help you prioritize your day.
Okay, that's pretty cool. What about those annoying notifications?
Right, yeah.
You know, the ones that pop up at the worst time
Oh, yeah.
and like totally break your focus?
Well, they got that too.
Okay.
Synapti uses what they call invisible notifications.
Invisible notifications.
Yeah. Instead of those pop-ups,
Mhm.
it uses little cues. Background animations, gentle sounds, even color changes
Okay.
to guide you without interrupting your flow.
So it's like a little angel on your shoulder
Right.
instead of an alarm clock going off.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that. So what else?
Well, another cool one is what they call predictive task layering.
Predictive task layering.
Basically, Synapti learns your routines,
Right.
anticipates your needs.
Mhm.
So let's say you're working on something complex,
Okay.
and Synapti sees that you're getting tired.
Tired.
Maybe you're making more typos,
Yeah.
switching windows a lot.
Okay.
It might suggest a break,
Right.
maybe even recommend a quick meditation
Oh, wow.
or some stretches.
Yeah.
And it can actually fit these suggestions right into what you're doing.
So it's not just saying take a break. It's helping me take the break
Right.
without losing my focus.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, now that is impressive. But how does it actually work? What's the technology behind it?
Well, that's where the AI comes in. Synapti isn't just rules-based. It learns and adapts
Okay.
using AI, machine learning, and natural language processing.
It would get smarter as I use it.
Exactly.
Wow.
It analyzes your data, your pattern,
Right.
constantly refining itself to give you a more personalized experience.
Now, I've heard them talk about the OODA loop. What is that?
Oh, that's a good one.
And how does that fit in?
The OODA loop is a decision-making framework from the military,
Okay.
and they adapted it to guide Synapti's behavior.
Right.
It stands for observe, orient, decide, and act.
Okay.
And it's basically how Synapti acts like a proactive mentor.
Okay. Break that down for me. How does that actually work?
Okay, so let's say you want to write a blog post every week.
Okay.
Synapti observes your behavior. When you typically write, how long it takes, even your mood and energy during those writing sessions.
Wow, it really pays attention.
It does.
Okay.
Then it orients that information within your goals and schedule.
Right.
Next, it decides on the best course of action, maybe suggesting a good time to write, blocking distractions, even recommending articles to inspire you.
Okay.
And lastly, it acts, implementing those decisions in a way that supports your goal without being annoying.
So it's not just reacting, it's anticipating and proactively helping me reach my goals.
Exactly.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
We've only scratched the surface of what Synapti can do.
Yeah.
There's a whole roadmap of features they're exploring,
Yeah.
and I can't wait to hear more.
Yeah, buckle up because it gets even more interesting.
Okay, I'm ready for it.
We're just getting started.
Right.
Okay, so we've talked about the core features and the whole ambient user experience thing.
Right.
Now let's talk about the future.
Okay.
Synapti has some big plans, like really ambitious.
I'm all ears.
One that caught my eye is what they call dynamic role-shifting AI.
Dynamic role-shifting AI.
Yeah, imagine Synapti being able to shift between different roles, like depending on what you need.
Okay.
So you could have a coach persona when you need motivation, a strategist to help you make tough decisions,
Uh-huh.
even a wellness advocate to like focus on your well-being.
So it's like having a whole team of AI advisors.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Each role would have its own style, approach, even like how it looks in the interface.
Okay, that's a wild concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? Well, one of the issues with AI is that it can feel like a black box, right?
Yeah.
You get a suggestion, but you don't know why. So they're thinking about a conversational, interactive knowledge base.
So I could ask Synapti why it's telling me to do something.
Exactly.
Oh.
You could like dig into its reasoning, question it, even debate with it.
Wow.
It's about making AI transparent
Right.
and like giving users control, you know?
That addresses one of my worries about AI, like just blindly following orders.
Right.
But how do they make this knowledge base interesting? It sounds like it could get technical really fast.
Well, they're looking at different approaches.
Uh-huh.
Imagine seeing your goals, your progress, even your emotional data,
Yeah.
but in a way that's really engaging. Think mind maps, interactive graphs, even like personalized dashboards.
And so it's not just data, it's about making it meaningful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're also looking at interactive simulations.
Okay.
So you can test different approaches, see what might happen before you do it in real life.
Oh, interesting.
It's like a virtual sandbox
Right.
to play around and learn from.
I like that. What about people who like to work with others?
Oh, yeah.
Can Synapti work with teams?
They've thought about that.
Right.
They have an idea called gamified collaboration challenges.
Gamified collaboration challenge.
Yeah, imagine being matched with other users who have similar goals.
Okay.
You could work together on projects, brainstorm, even compete to push each other.
So it's like personal growth, but as a team sport.
Exactly.
I love that.
Brings in that social element, which can be really motivating.
One thing that's always hard is staying motivated long term.
Oh, yeah.
How does Synapti help with that?
Well, one cool feature is what they call future projections.
Future projections.
It's based on your habits, your goals.
Sorry.
And Synapti can project potential outcomes,
Like what?
like career paths, skill development, timelines, things like that.
So I could see where I'm headed based on what I'm doing now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that can be super motivating, right?
Yeah.
To see the impact of your actions
Right.
and make better decisions for your future.
But what if I want to change my path? Like do something completely different?
They're actually exploring flipping the traditional mentorship model
For flipping it how?
with what they call AI-driven reverse mentorship.
Reverse mentorship.
Yeah, so instead of Synapti always teaching you,
Right.
you can teach it.
Teach it.
Your skills, preferences, how you like to work.
That's amazing.
It's all about making it more personal and tailored to you.
But what about really complex stuff
Yeah.
that needs a human expert? Can AI really handle everything?
Well, they've thought of that too.
Okay.
They're thinking about integrating an on-demand expert network.
On-demand expert network.
So you would have access to like coaches, consultants, mentors,
Okay.
real people who can give you specialized advice when you need it.
So it's not about replacing human connection.
Right.
It's more like using AI to make those connections better.
Exactly. The best of both worlds.
Okay, so they've got the big picture figured out.
Right.
But what about everyday stuff?
Yeah.
Like those little moments where you need a boost.
Well, they're working on some cool features that use context and real-time data.
Okay.
Imagine Synapti changing its suggestions based on what you're doing.
Right.
If you're in a meeting, working on a project, or just taking a break.
So it knows not just what I'm doing, but where I am and how I'm feeling.
Exactly.
Right.
It's about creating a truly personal and empathetic experience.
This is starting to feel like an extension of myself.
I know, right?
Seriously, though.
Yeah.
This is really impressive. Yeah. What else are they working on?
One idea I think is super interesting is intentional self-disruption mode.
Intentional self-disruption mode.
Think about how easy it is to get stuck,
Oh, yeah.
complacent, stop pushing yourself.
I've been there.
So imagine Synapti challenging you to get out of your comfort zone,
Okay.
reassess your goals, try new things.
Right.
It could introduce new ideas, unconventional solutions, even encourage you to take on a project that scares you a little.
So it's like a built-in accountability partner.
Yeah, always pushing you to grow.
I like that idea.
It's about preventing complacency and encouraging continuous growth.
But everyone grows differently.
That's true.
How does Synapti handle that?
That's where their multi-personality growth paths come in.
Multi-personality growth paths.
You could choose a persona that matches how you want to grow.
Okay.
Like the innovator, the strategist, the balance seeker,
Right.
each with its own recommendations and challenges.
So it's tailored to my specific needs and ambitions.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
It's your own personal growth journey.
Where do I find the information and resources to actually grow, though?
Well, they're thinking about a personalized wisdom library.
A wisdom library.
Imagine a collection of articles, books, quotes, research, all tailored to your interests and goals.
So like a curated library that's always updated.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Synapti can use its AI to summarize things, highlight key points, create personalized summaries, whatever you need.
That would save me so much time.
Right.
But sometimes I just want to listen and absorb information passively.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a way to do that with Synapti?
Well, this is where it gets really cool.
Okay.
They've proposed something totally new. One-to-one sessions in a personal interactive podcast format.
Wait, personalized podcasts? How
Yeah.
does that even work?
Imagine Synapti giving you insights, feedback, guidance
Okay.
directly to your ears,
Right.
like a personal coach, but in podcast form.
So it's like a conversation with Synapti,
Right.
but as a podcast episode.
Exactly. And each episode would be made just for you,
Wow.
based on your goals, your progress, even your mood.
What kind of content would be in these personalized podcasts?
Well, each episode could start with Synapti talking about what you've been doing,
Okay.
your wins, your struggles.
Right.
It would highlight your progress, give you encouragement, and offer specific advice based on how you're doing.
So like a performance review, but motivating.
Exactly.
Okay.
Synapti could help you set new short-term goals,
Right.
but keeping your big goals in mind, like brainstorming with your own personal strategist.
I see the potential here,
Right.
but how does it stay fresh and interesting?
That's where the personalization is key.
Okay.
Each episode is made on the fly,
Right.
based on what's going on with you right now.
So every episode is unique.
Exactly.
Wow.
And for deeper mentorship,
Okay.
Synapti could have segments on skill building, strategy, even motivation,
Right.
all customized to your projects and what you're trying to achieve.
So like mini courses, but in audio form.
You got it.
Yeah.
And to keep it interesting,
Yeah.
Synapti could use stories, anecdotes, even interviews with experts.
That's really cool.
You're right.
But what about when I need a real push to get things done?
Oh, Synapti wouldn't let you off easy.
Yeah, okay.
Each episode could have a challenge of the week.
A challenge.
Yeah, something measurable tied to your goals.
So it's not just listening, it's about taking action.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
Synapti would check in the next week,
About
see how you did, give you feedback, help you adjust if needed.
So it's a loop of learning and improving.
Exactly.
But is this even possible right now?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
It's early days, but they're moving fast. And they're looking for partners, investors, developers, AI folks
Right.
to help make it a reality.
But how does this actually work in real life? Can you give me some examples?
Sure, let's imagine Sarah, a project manager who's totally swamped.
Swamped.
Yeah, she's juggling tons of projects,
Okay.
struggling to prioritize,
Mm-hmm.
and close to burning out.
Oh, I know that feeling.
Synapti could use workload management mode.
Workload management mode.
It focuses Sarah on the most important tasks,
Okay.
groups similar activities together,
Right.
and even reminds her to take breaks.
So it's like a personal assistant who understands her limits.
Exactly.
That's helpful.
Now let's picture Mark, a freelance web developer,
Okay.
trying to balance client work, personal stuff, and learning new skills. He's
Yeah.
pulled in so many directions.
Yeah, I get that.
Synapti could help him with priority balancing mode.
Priority balancing mode.
It finds conflicts,
Okay.
creates a schedule that works for everything,
Wow.
and keeps him focused.
So it's not just about work, it's about managing your whole life.
Right.
Okay, that's pretty cool. But what about when you're just feeling stuck?
Oh, yeah, that happens.
Like you need some inspiration or motivation.
Sure.
Can AI really help with that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Imagine Linda, an entrepreneur who's always in meetings,
Right.
struggling to find time to focus. Synapti could use time efficiency mode.
Time efficiency mode.
It helps you prioritize.
Look, find quick wins.
Right.
Even break down big projects into smaller chunks.
So she can fit them into her busy schedule.
Exactly.
Like-
It's about making the most of every minute
Right.
without burning out.
So it's about doing the right things at the right time.
Exactly.
Okay, very cool. And what about when your motivation just disappears?
That's a tough one.
Yeah, like you just don't feel like doing anything.
Let's say David, a remote worker, hits a slump.
Okay.
He's procrastinating, feeling overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
Synapti could use motivation boost mode.
Motivation boost mode. It gives him achievable goals.
Okay.
Positive reinforcement.
Right.
Suggests energizing breaks to get him going again.
So it helps him regain momentum.
Exactly.
It really is
It's
fascinating.
more than just a productivity tool. It's a whole new way to think about how we work, how we live, and how we grow.
I totally agree.
It's not about replacing human connection.
Right.
It's about making it stronger, making us more capable.
It's an exciting time for AI.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what they come up with next.
Me too.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring, keep innovating, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.